Got every color.
This is the option. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for our sick, handicapped military personnel recently departed of our community. Thank you. Okay, anybody have any comments? Public comments?
There isn't any public comment, but we had T-Boys first.
Oh, my apologies. Okay, I guess I'm going to hand it over to the mayor for a presentation.
Mr. Theodore, would you come forward? And perhaps Sandy,
Sandy.
would you like to join? What video this is?
Oh, yeah.
Proclamation of the Borough of Bridgeville recognizing the Theodore family and Sill Hall Builder Supply Company. Whereas Sill Hall Builder Supply Company has been a cornerstone of the Bridgeville community for over 130 years, originally founded in the 1890s as the Bridgeville Lumber Company, and later purchased by Arthur Sill Hall in the 1920s, becoming the present-day Sill Halls. And whereas in 1956, Peter Theodore acquired Sill Hall Builder Supply, and through his leadership established the company as a trusted regional supplier for virtually every product needed to build a home. From the first concrete footer to the final finishing nail. And whereas for nearly 70 years, the Theodore family has faithfully operated Sill Halls, creating a lasting legacy in Bridgeville by employing local residents, supporting nonprofit organizations, and actively contributing to the vitality of our community. And whereas now, concluding the second generation of family ownership, Richard Theodore, son of Pete Theodore, has continued the family tradition, bringing exceptional industry knowledge and a commitment to excellence in service to both contractors and the community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Bridgeville Borough Council and Mayor that on behalf of a grateful community, we extend our deepest appreciation to Richard Theodore and the entire Theodore family for their decades of dedicated service and unwavering commitment to the Borough of Bridgeville. Furthermore, let this proclamation stand as a lasting tribute to the Theodore family for the profound and positive impact that they have made on generations of Bridgeville families. We wish Richard and his family all the best as they embark on the next chapter of their lives. Approved and adopted in testimony whereof the undersigned members of Bridgeville Council and the Mayor have hereunto set our hands and caused the seal of the borough to be affixed this 14th day of July, 2025. Joseph Verducci, President; Bruce Galaducci, Vice President; Justine Cimaroli, Councilwoman; Jason Berry, Councilman; Betty L. Copeland, Mayor; William Henderson, Councilman; Jason Zaraznik, Councilman; Shane, Councilman. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Very kind of all of you for this unexpected. Sill Hall also had a partner in this, and it's called Bridgeville. And they've always supported us as much as we attempted to support them. And without your commitment and letting us run the business in a fashion that helped both the community and my family. It is appreciated. You were part of our success. And there's always hard times and good times. And through thick and thin, the borough has always been very supportive of us, and we thank you for that. New ownership will be keep this Keystone Ready Mix doing business as Sill Builders Supply, at least for the time being. And so I would hope that they also would continue to get the support that you've afforded us. Thank you so much.
We'd like to get a group picture with Borough Council.
Sure.
So if you don't mind, go around the back.
No.
And Jessica, scooch in.
You guys gotta be in the middle. There's nothing. Come on, here, Jack.
All right, guys, on three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Good to see you again. Good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, sounds good.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll start the regular meeting. Just wanted to, on record, state that the Borough Council met in executive session prior to the start of this meeting to discuss legal and personnel matters. Joe, if you can do a roll call, please.
Mr. Verducci?
Here.
Mr. Gallarducci?
Here.
Ms. Cimaroli? Here. Mr. Ferry? Here. Mr. Franchek? Yeah. Mr. Henderson?
Here.
Mr. Sarasnik?
Here.
Mayor Copeland? Here. Solicitor McDermott? Here. Mayor Heil? Here. And Joe Cowan? Sergeant James?
Present.
Chief Castaigne? Here. And Director Miller?
Here. Okay. Again, is there any public comment? Can't believe I asked the second time. All right, we're going to go to business. A motion to approve the June 9th, 2025 regular meeting minutes as submitted. Bruce and Jason, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to approve the July 2025 bill list. So moved. Bruce and Jason. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to approve the July 18th, 25th, August 1st, and 8th payrolls.
I'll make a motion.
Justine? Second. Jason, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to adopt resolution number 2025-5, a resolution of the Borough of Bridgeville, Allegheny County, Bridgeville, adopting a memorandum of understanding regarding the appointment of Gary R. James to serve as Chief of Police of the Bridgeville Borough. I'll make a motion. Bruce? Justine? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, Chief James.
Thank you.
A motion to adopt resolution 2025-7, resolution of the Borough of Bridgeville, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, authorizing the submission of the Pennsylvania Multi-Module Transportation Fund Program grant application for the Bower Hill Road pedestrian crossing improvements project.
I'll make a motion.
Justine? Second. And Jason Ferry? Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to adopt resolution number 2025-8, Resolution of the Borough of Bridgeville, Allegheny County, Pennsylvania, sponsoring the banner permit application to PennDOT to hang a banner over Washington Avenue, State Route 50 for the Rotary Club Chili Cook-Off event.
So moved.
Bruce,
Second.
Jason, any questions? Other than it's October 19th? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to approve Calverth Roofing Land Development Plan Bond Reduction Request Number 1, approving the release reduction of the bond from $519,625.95 to $33.55, which is 110% of the total cost for the remaining improvements pending completion of landscaping and issuance of a notice of termination for stormwater management facilities, as recommended by the borough engineer.
So moved.
Bruce
Second.
and Jason, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to appoint Courtney Tolmer to the Bridgeville Shade Tree Commission with a term that will expire the first Monday of January 2030.
I'll make a motion.
Justine
Second.
and Jason, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to appoint Virginia Schneider to the Bridgeville Shade Tree Commission with a term that will expire the first Monday of January 2029.
Second.
Bruce and Jason, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to appoint Kayla Lawrence to the Bridgeville Shade Tree Commission with a term that will expire the first Monday of January 2028.
I'll make a motion.
Justine
Second.
and Jason, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to appoint Allison Thomas to the Bridgeville Shade Tree Commission with a term that will expire the first Monday of January 2027. Jason
Second.
and Justine, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to appoint Jen Burlmeyer to the Bridgeville Shade Tree Commission with a term that will expire the first Monday, January 2026.
So moved.
Jason and Justine, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to authorize.
Chad has a question.
A quick question.
Yes, sir.
Why the staggering years?
It's set up that each commission member will be a 5-year term, but if you did everyone from now,
Right.
they'd all expire the first time.
Gotcha.
So they're staggered. And then from here on out, each appointment will be for 5 years thereafter.
Gotcha.
So in January, we'll come back.
One person.
Be 5 years. So that's why you see them in chronological
Other than me talking.
order. Yeah.
A motion to authorize the execution of an agreement between the Borough of Bridgeville and Allegheny County to compensate the borough for winter road maintenance performed on the Bower Hill Road for the winter seasons of 2025-26, 2026-27, and 2027-28.
So moved.
Bruce
Second.
and Jason, any questions?
I do have a question.
Yep.
Is that price increase per year adequate enough?
Probably not, but we used to not be paid to do it for free.
Oh,
So a
okay.
couple of years ago, we were able to get compensated for it.
Okay.
They do it often. It's in line with what we get from the PennDOT one. But no,
Okay.
they're not typically, they're not negotiable.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Good question, Nicholas. A motion to authorize the purchase of an animal technical support contract with Rhythm Engineering for the connectivity support of 3 traffic signals along Washington Avenue at an annual cost of $3,000.
So moved.
Bruce
Second.
and Jason. Any questions?
I do have a question.
Yep.
I noticed in their comments that they said something about upgrades, because this contract's only for support, correct? That they did recommend upgrades.
We weren't going forward for upgrades.
Okay,
So here's the context of this. Our rhythm system technology in the borough is fairly new. It went in, when it's Chartier Street, so it's not over. They've been wanting maintenance agreements with us since that got put in, or you just pay when you needed it. So we said, why should we pay maintenance on something that's brand new? And a lot of it was under end of warranties. So we were able to get it for free, we didn't have to call, so it worked out well. 2 months ago, they sent an email out saying that effective July 1, they're not gonna do any service calls and even help you on an hourly rate if you don't have the maintenance agreement. So they kind of forced you into getting a maintenance agreement. And then ironically, July 1, the rhythm system goes down here, and I'm like, oh God, Gary, can you help us? So we were pulling strings with our traffic guy to make sure we beat the deadline of the contract. So we would tell them, hey, we understand, we're gonna play ball. It's on our council agenda. And since this was put on the agenda, I was able to negotiate $3,000 for us is a big hit that we typically could budget for something that amount. I said, we didn't budget for this. I said, is there a way you can set me up with a prorated agreement that would be, 4 or 5 months, and then we can budget $3,000 for the calendar year, so it'd be January through December. So we were able to get a revised agreement that only has it at $1,400. So that worked out well, and then come January, we're on budgets. So we tried.
No,
Yeah.
that's great, just thinking you went that way.
And then we were kind of lucky for years that we didn't have to even have a maintenance on the rhythm system. And then we find out the issue on our rhythm system wasn't even in the Bridgeville, it was on the Tonkin signals on the South Fayette side. So, but they reset them and it all worked out well, and the queues are gone and it's operating.
So now, are they will they be in contact with you to let you know what's the availability for upgrades, what the upgrades include?
Yes, but I don't think there's a need for that. The traffic engineer at PennDOT monitors the
Oh,
rhythm
okay.
system. And that's how we found out there was something wrong with the rhythm system, was the traffic engineer sent me an email saying, hey, your signals are down at Chartiers and Bower Hill. No, at Station Street and Bower Hill, they're down, can you get a hold of your guy? And that's when all this was going on. Oh, well, they're forcing me to do that maintenance agreement, because I won't take my phone calls now. But it all worked out, and so essentially, the PennDOT traffic engineer is watching the system as like a big problem.
So another question, Joe. With all the construction that's going on in Collier, are these going to communicate essentially at some point?
There isn't connectivity that way. So
Right now, right?
Correct.
Right.
Right now, the connectivity ends at Bower Hill Road and it runs to South Fayette. PennDOT approached us a year ago saying that they'd like to install rhythm technology at Presley and take it all the way to Carnegie to the Hope Hollow Road intersection in Scott Township. So they came to us then with like some type of memorandum, and we presented that to you guys, and they were going to advance that. And I don't know the status of their work, but their long-term goal is to do the whole pike.
Great.
Yes, that's where we're at.
Any other questions? Looking for all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to authorize the purchase of, oh, I just did that, I'm sorry. A motion to authorize the purchase of a new 30 by 52 pavilion, concrete slab, site preparations and restoration, picnic tables, buffet tables, trash cans, and auxiliary general construction work in the amount of $193,795 at State CoStar's contract pricing from Sports and Recreation Associates LLC for the Chartiers Park Shelter 1 replacement project. Note 50% of the project costs are covered by an awarded DCNR grant. And I have a motion. So moved. Bill?
Second.
Jason?
I had a quick question.
Yep.
I know the Parks Committee, we were talking about this, and Judge, you might have answered this, and I don't remember. The tables that are being put in there, are they still movable, or are they?
I know that the tables are movable. I think the only question we had was on the buffet tables, but last I thought they were all movable. The only thing is that the buffet tables are set up that all the plugs are on the opposite side of the playground, so that if you did have a picnic, you can let children run to the playground and not have to worry about the buffets there. So preferably, we want to keep it.
motion to authorize the electrical construction improvements in the amount of $11,900 at State CoStar's contract pricing from Merit Electrical Group LLC for the Chartiers Park Shelter 1 replacement project. Note 50% of this project costs are covered by the awarded DCNR grant. So Bruce
Second.
and Jason, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to authorize the scheduling and advertisement of a public hearing for Monday, September 8th, 2025, for 6:30 to hear testimony regarding proposed ordinance number 1034, an ordinance of the Borough of Bridgeville, amending the Bridgeville zoning ordinance and zoning map to add a downtown zoning district as recommended by the Bridgeville Planning Commission.
So moved.
Bruce and Jason, any questions?
I do, and I apologize for not being able to ask this before. In number 4 on page 5, in regards to a dispensary, it says a facility where individuals can receive daily, it should be doses. It's misspelled. Of medications such as methadone, Suboxone, and medical marijuana. Are these not prescriptive medicines, correct? So should it be identified?
What page is this thing?
On page 5, on the planning commission,
Oh, do you have the update of the planning commission?
this is what I have.
That was the original ordinance that came from Mackin.
Okay, yeah, and Mac, and I mean, we worked with Brandy at Mac to
Okay.
finalize what
Oh,
we
okay,
circulated.
all right,
Um,
I see, it's,
the only medical marijuana dispensary definition is the definition of that under state, the Pennsylvania Medical Marijuana Act. Any
Okay.
references to other methadone, Suboxone, they don't, they're not, they were trying to maybe kill two birds with one stone, maybe in that definition before, so we cleaned that out. The only, and under state law, and under the Medical Marijuana Act, any municipality kind of has to treat medical marijuana dispensaries, the licensed facilities, where you have a card, et cetera, pretty much the same as you would treat a pharmacy. Other similar use, that's kind of the most carbon copy use, that's been the practice. So if you have, if a pharmacy is a permitted use in X district, then you kind of have to do the same. If it's conditional use in a certain district, then you kind of have to treat them the same. And that's what we do. We treat them both as conditional uses in that district. Just to kind of follow up on that explanation about telling you the medical office types, we're not allowed to distinguish between what kind of practice a doctor does. We can distinguish the magnitude and size of a clinic/office. So we kind of, the only refinement that we did at the suggestion of the doctor have post-planning commission and all the ones here that was to add a definition that distinguished between medical office, intense, low intensity, and high intensity. It's greater than 4, less than 4 rooms. Those are the only kind of distinctions we're permitted to make in medical practice.
all right, thanks.
Is there a location to that public hearing, is it going to be here?
It'll be here.
here.
It'll be right before our regular.
The one little, the one little nuance, we tweaked a little bit the definition for the vape type shop. You'll notice down on the avenue, there's a place, and I'm not even sure how the state law allows them to call themselves a dispensary. They are not a medical marijuana dispensary. They're there now, okay, that was permitted as it was. And there's actually legislation going through the Ag Committee right now to try to kind of to consolidate that distinction. But for right now, I added to the vape shop definition a hybrid that it's not only nicotine vapes, but it's other vapes and other products that are not medical marijuana. So unless you're a licensed dispensary, you're a vape shop. Pretty much.
It's a simple way to say it.
Any more questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to authorize the engagement of services with Cohen Law Group for the renewal of a cable franchise agreement with Comcast at a cost not to exceed $10,965.
So moved.
Second.
Bruce and Justine, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to authorize the disbursement of $38,190.57 from the budgetary reserve fund to Atkin-Hill Engineers, Inc. for work completed to prepare the geotechnical investigation report and design of the levee wall of the McLaughlin Run Flood Control Project Phase 1A.
So moved. Second.
Bruce and Jason, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to authorize the disbursement of $112,149 from the capital project fund to Valley Construction Corporation for partial payment number 2 on the Gregg Avenue Stairs project.
So moved.
Bruce and Jason, any questions?
They're beautiful.
Yeah, I was just about to say that as well. They look really good.
Walked
All-
them yesterday, or the other day, they look really great. They're great.
All in favor?
I'm just really excited that they're there.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to authorize the execution of change order number 1 for the 2025 roadway improvement program to complete the resurfacing of Fire Hill Road at the intersection of Commercial Street and at a cost not to exceed $17,629.13. Bruce?
Second.
And Jason, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to authorize a discontinuation of service with Environmental Control and execute a service plan and agreement with Coverall for janitorial services to be provided at the Bridgeville Borough Building effective September 2nd, 2025.
So moved.
Bruce
Second.
and Jason, any questions?
Is this a one-year contract?
And there isn't a limit on it.
Okay.
So now we'll,
Correct.
It's an agreement.
So we have it currently, yes.
okay.
It's the same cost as the previous, or?
No, it's actually cheaper.
Yeah.
It's $100 less a month.
Great.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to accept and pay any commission due. June 2025 real estate tax collector report.
So moved.
Second.
Bruce and Jason, any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to acknowledge receipt of the June 2025 treasurer's report.
So moved. Second.
Bruce and Jason, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. A motion to accept all submitted June 2025 official reports.
So moved.
Second.
We'll give it to Justine this time. Bruce and Justine, any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Committee reports. Bruce, administration.
No reports.
No reports. As far as finance, any questions for Bruce, sorry? Finance, I really don't have very much to report other than, Joe, is this a good time to report on the money for the work project?
Sure. We've been told that, and we received correspondence back from Senator Fetterman's office, that the appropriation of $5.3 million, essentially equal to what our FEMA brick grant was, has been selected for a federal appropriation consideration. So right now, the senator put it to the subcommittee for Homeland Security appropriations, and it's now in their hands, and we'll hopefully know in early fall if it's included in the federal budget or not. But the project is receiving bipartisan support, so it was kind of a nice thing that it was being advanced by Fetterman, so that it's getting both parties attention.
Great.
Oh, and then Fetterman's office will be in town, not the senator, just staffers, the end of the month, to get like a bird's eye view on the project and understand it a little more better. And I'd be more than happy to share the details with you if you'd like to attend. But it's essentially just an update so they can walk it, so that they can advocate for us a little bit better.
I'll come if I cannot discuss. So just let me know.
Yep.
And the only other thing from our finance committee, it was reported that after looking at the end of the second quarter, we're right on pace to, we're very close to where we should be at this time of the year. So tax bills, I think, are just going out, if not are out.
Yeah, they went out late last week.
And so,
It's a Black Monday here for us. We run the red until we get a little bit more in.
any questions for finance? Shane's not here for Parks and Rec. Did anybody?
Yeah,
have something?
this is from Chairman Frank Shook. He said he wanted to report that Saturday, July 26th, the VAA is holding their third annual duck race, and they're hoping to have Mayor Betty be the host of ceremonies starting 2:30 if you're available. I can give you the information later if you don't have it, Betty. During the break of a 10 and under boys home baseball tournament. Any children helping to rescue ducks from the water will receive a free slushie from our stand, and they can stay to enjoy the festivities. He also wanted to thank Mayor Betty and Joe Cower for supporting the kids by purchasing the winning ducks.
Is he saying this thing's rigged?
That's all from Shane.
Any other comments or anything with the parks? I think Public Works has done a great job. I've been down there for softball, and it looks as good as it always does. So,
Yeah, McLaughlin looks great. As I mentioned.
all right, Public Works, Jason.
A couple of real quick things. Street sweeping's underway, now being completed the third full week of the month. We did some storm sewer maintenance, sanitary sewer maintenance, of course, grass cutting, as you mentioned. I don't want to take Shane's thunder. Truck maintenance, the old police cruisers from Pittsburgh and Markings ready for auction. Service multiple police cruisers and public work trucks, and clean and maintain culverts, trash racks, catch basins, and make the town look beautiful.
Did we sell it though?
Auction ends tomorrow. Well, I have a bid on it. The first time we put it up for auction, I didn't get a bid. I started at 5,000. So this time around, I lowered it to 3,500, and we have.
Because a couple of people call me and go, what happened to the truck that's gone, but did you sell it? And I go, I don't know.
No, it ends tomorrow.
Yeah, then they seen it 2 days later, seen it come back, wondered what was going on, so.
Yeah. So the auction ends
There's a
tomorrow.
couple local people.
That's good. Yeah, 9 a.m. it ends tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
Bruce
Up-
had
up-
outfit.
up to our update.
Absolutely. All right, any questions for Public Works? Public Safety, Bill.
Nothing to add.
The Char West COG, Jason.
Just two quick items. Packatine was at the COG. He's the president of the county council. He reported to the COG. He wanted the COG members to be aware that the county is looking to bring together councils, fire departments, municipalities, and the city to discuss kind of the future of fire departments in the county. A lot of the local fire departments are seeing dips in their amount of firemen, which is a concern. So anyway, I'll pass on anything I get to our chief and keep us updated on that. Also, we have perfect attendance, 10 years. Bridgeville's the second longest of the COG. Little shout out to Joe Colosimo, who's a big part of that. So these are two certificates, myself and the borough.
To touch on that, talking about the fire departments, how to handle in the future, that must be a very big topic in the county and the state, because I am going to the ALOM meetings up in Erie in October, and that's one of the items that they're talking about there as well.
I think the county is wanting to feeling it needs to get involved and try to expedite, helping the fire departments in different localities. So again, as I get information, I'll certainly pass it on.
Thank you. Okay. Any questions for Jason? Mayor Betty?
Saturday, I presented a proclamation to Gohan Suresh for benches that he created for the Montour Trail. And on Thursday, the 25th, I'll be presenting another Eagle Scout proclamation to Daruth Kathani, who's created boxes to make animals more secure, like turtles and possums, things like that. That's it, thank you.
Any questions for Mayor Betty? Please start.
Just our new unit came in on June 27th. It's blazoned with our new department slogan, police and community together. It's currently in service in the borough. That's it.
Any questions for Chief? Okay. Solicitor McDermott.
Thank you, I don't have anything yet.
Anything for Solicitor McDermott? For Engineer John Howe. Got any more training?
Thank you, Mr. President. You have a copy of our report. The update item is we talked about the stairs. They're coming along, all concrete work's done. They're working on the railroad fabricators that we need, so.
Any questions for the engineer? Fire Chief Mustaine.
Thank you, Council President. The month of June, the Bridgeville VFD has responded to 40 incidents with the average dispatch to on-scene time of 6 minutes and 44 seconds. We do have a fairly big fundraiser, coming up on October 25th. It will be our Sportsman's Bash. Tickets will be available starting Monday. And this time, that's all I have.
Okay, any questions for Chief? Southbridge, Dan.
Nothing to add other than next month I'll have a 6-month report for you.
Okay. Any questions for Dan? Historical Society.
We have no programs during July and August, but we do have a new shirt that is for sale. It says London, Rome, Paris, Bridgeville. And it seemed to be a real hit during Community Day, so we all can stop and buy either a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. And Bridgeville Library, Aaron.
This Friday, we'll have another movie on the patio from Pittsburgh Classic Movie Club. It's A Shot in the Dark. And then Monday, the 21st, we're going to have a local beekeeper talk about honey and bees. And that'll start at 6. And then save the date for our September fundraiser. It'll be Friday, September 26th at 7. We're doing a trivia night. Thank you.
Shout out to Joe Verducci for
Yes,
helping the
thank you,
library
Joe.
get us started, get the library started.
Hey, I get to participate. I'm not very good at trivia, so it doesn't matter.
We shared all the Rotary secrets.
Shh, don't spread that rumor.
I said that.
Any questions for the library? Bridgeville Parking Authority, Deb. Oh, you can't speak? Sign language? You're on mute. You're still on mute, Deb. I don't know if all right, we'll if Deb can get back on, we'll go back to her. Planning Commission.
Last month, we
questions for the
Hi,
committee?
Richard, that's cool. Sorry I can't take your call right now. Have a great day.
We couldn't hear what you were saying.
She answered the phone and now it's frozen.
Okay, Borough Manager Joe Carr.
A couple of items for the month. Today, the Public Works Department finished up the touches on the meadow down at McLaughlin Run Park. Compliments of the Rotary Club and the Lions Club. There's interpretive signage that explains the meadow, the watershed, wildlife that it hopes to attract. It actually exceeded my expectations, to be very frank with you. It finished off the flood project and gives a purpose to it. So the trails in there, flowers are starting to pop up, and our hope is that after Labor Day, we can organize some type of ribbon cutting ceremony to recognize the organizations that contributed to make that project possible. On the agenda was a grant application for the Barnacle Road crossing. That was another project that came out of our active transportation. It's kind of nice, these forward-thinking planning projects are actually being implemented. We just talked about the meadow that came out of Compliment. Greg Avenue Steps, that was active transportation plan. The bump out, that's active transportation plan. And this Barnacle Road crossing is actually another implementation project out of the active transportation plan that we're working to implement. The grant, like the Greg Avenue Steps project, seeks 70% funding, so $92,000. The project received support from Senator Robinson, Representative Cole, the county councilman, and we have a very wonderful letter from the police department that backs the need for it. So I hope that it gets attention that it deserves.
Joe, can I interrupt on the meadow?
Yes.
Is down the road the goal to put paths going around where you cut it out, or is it always just going to be cut out?
Just cut out.
Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, it doesn't interfere with the utilitarian aspects of it, and the whole DCR support was so that it's impervious. It's just
okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we thought. The game plan is to just keep it node low. If we walk it, it's like just walking through the grass. And the water table in some areas is very close to the surface. So there's some areas that it's much easier to get, but most of the area is. We talked about the FEMA project. Third quarter newsletter was prepared. It's on the table there, and it goes out with garbage bills that will be mailed out later this week. Day on the Avenue turned out to be a very nice, successful day despite the rainy start. And, the staff, Public Works Department, with Cheryl really go above and beyond to put that together for us. And special thanks to the firemen that day. It was a really, we had to scramble at the last minute to put a plan B together in electrical. And we all pitched in, and it was a very nice team effort that everyone worked together very well. So I appreciate that. Chartier Park Shelter 1, we're on track to have that project under construction here, in the fall, so that when we reopen Park Rentals in the spring, it's a nice addition down there. Coupled with this, there's two young fellows that live on Barnhill Road that are doing an Eagle Scout project at Chartiers Park. They're repainting the soccer field building. They have a professional painter that's assisting them with that, and they're supplied the paint. So if we get the soccer field repainted and Shelter 1's redone, we're really elevating where that park's going. So I appreciate the support and the investment we're doing there.
You can notice some people even using the soccer field for different purposes, like people putting volleyball nets and having and playing volleyball, just pick up games, so doing different things. So that's kind of nice to see that the whole park is being used for the community.
And then I met with the Western Pennsylvania Conservancy. They did site preparations and selection to do another fall tree planting in the borough. And the couple's in very nice with our appointment to Shade Tree Commission tonight. So my hope is that we'll have a Shade Tree Commission meeting after Labor Day once school's back in and things start to slow down. We'll know then if it's official, but they're coming here picking out and marking. That's good. So we can line up those people and have their involvement for the fall tree planting. These fall tree planting events are turning out to be that they're fun events, and they're getting community momentum, and it's like we're checking all the right boxes. It's a really nice initiative. So the Conservancy folk are very happy that the Shade Tree Commission has advanced. I told them where we were with appointing people, and they want to come out and do a tree tender class with all the new shade tree people. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So we got to get this all coordinated, but with those appointments and knowing that a fall planting's coming along, it's all lined. And then the last thing we had was, that you may know, is that we had an emergency sewer repair a couple weeks ago up on Chestnut Street that it was we're adding it as an add alternative to the work that was under contract for Lurie Street. So that's how we were able to get that contractor to do that repair on Chestnut. There's a bunch more in my written report, but if there's any questions, it was a good one. Busy.
Any questions for Joe? Yes, Mr. Toll.
Joe, the Upper St. Clair Comprehensive Plan, I know we had some questions. They get back, or they have any comments what we asked?
We did. So Upper St. Clair's in the process of updating their comprehensive plan. There's a requirement through the state municipal, NPC, Municipalities Planning Code, that your neighboring municipalities can comment on your draft comp plan. When we adopt ours, we provide it for our neighbors, and they give us your feedback. And our planning commission, really nice accolades, is very diligent in reviewing our neighbors' comp plans, because most of the times they don't. And last year, we had comments on South Fayette's, and they updated their comp plan to do some of the trail work with them. We had consumer communication with Collier, and that's how we did the Route 50, essentially the widening of the Route 50 task force plan. That's in their comp plan, and it's through the planning commission's conversations of reviewing comp plans. So this added eye is working very good for our efforts to be a good government and showing the multi-municipal cooperation. So similarly, Upper St. Clair provided us their comp plan last month. Planning Commission reviewed it and had several comments. One comment was, please incorporate additional stormwater management, best management practices for the Lower McLaughlin watershed. In their plan, they're proposing increased flood mitigation and stormwater BMPs in the northern end, but not on the south end. So it was just called out to them. And then the Planning Commission had very good recommendations was, hey, please put the Bank Street roundabout project in your comp plan. Hey, we have it in our active transportation plan. We're already sitting at the table, we're working together. Please put it in your plan. So there was that, and then the last thing was trail connectivity through Chartiers Park to the rec center, which ultimately will go to Montour Trail. In their comp plan, it showed an effort to connect to Fairview Park, but nothing downstream. And similar conversations. Hey, we've been at the table, we've been talking to you about trying to get something through the Nature Center to Chartiers Park. Can you please incorporate that? So we provided a letter that was included in the packets that you have a copy on to the municipality and the planner. Both acknowledged it, and the township manager sent back praise and thanks to the Planning Commission for the great suggestions. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Matt Sarkowski's the big every time I talk to him.
Just get him to come down the street.
Okay, Deb, are you back?
Yeah, sorry about that, Liz. Thanks to everybody who's been texting me and calling me. Parking authority will meet next Monday, the 21st, in the council chambers. The last two lights to be replaced in lot 2 have been ordered, so they should be replaced within the next month or so. The trash pickup and weed removal continues monthly in all of the lots. The asphalt patching in lot 2 will be completed soon. Last but not least, the Bridgeville Borough Parking Authority continues to operate in the well.
Any questions for Deb? Okay. Any new business?
Let's mention real quick, Joe, there's a group that's been meeting to try to plan a celebration for Bridgeville's 125th anniversary. I'm not officially part of that group, but I try to attend occasionally just to keep everybody updated on things. Their next meeting is July 29th. It's a Tuesday at 7 p.m. at the American Legion. They wanted me to pass on, if you're anyone who's interested in helping, providing ideas, joining the committee, all are welcome to attend and participate. Again, their meeting's Tuesday, July 29th at 7 p.m. at the American Legion.
Thank you, Jason. And also, as I stated, the Rotary's chili cook-off has been, date has been decided to be October 19th for a fun-filled day. We'll be putting out the flyers for chili contestants and all of that fun stuff in the very near future. Anything else?